What's up, everybody? Welcome to the No Nonsense live stream. It's Yaga. How we all doing? Sorry for going on a day late and a little bit early right now, but my allergies are acting up. It's the chemtrails. Anyway, welcome to the No Nonsense live stream. And today we're going to talk about the pursuit of happiness. Hey, what's up, Aerospace? We always talk about, you hear it in this country, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But what is the pursuit of happiness? See, when I was a kid, I was told, or at least not directly told, I think it was just like random programming from all angles, whether that was from my schooling to society to countless other things, or somewhere along the lines, it's like, all right, what you got to do is you got to go to high school. And then after you're done with school, you got to graduate and go to college, get a degree. What that degree is in, I don't know. You don't know who you are yet. So go to school, get into some debt, and at least have that piece of paper so you can get a decent job. In a sense, that's a little bit true because the days of like my parents where they could just get a job that paid well and work their way up and accumulate decent income, yeah, those days are gone. What my parents were making back in the 80s, they're, until they retired, were still making. So you get a job after the career job, find yourself a suitable mate, have a family, get a little white picket fence house, 2.5 kids, and there you go. And at the core, there's a lot of truth to that, meaning like you should have, I think any man's core is to have a family. He wants a woman, provide for kids. I think so, at least. At least it is for me, where you just want to get married, have a family. And now how that looks after that is really, it's subjective, because what is a good quality of life? What is the pursuit of happiness? And the thing is, happiness is not something that I've in my life, it's not obtainable or sustainable. And what I mean by that is it's moments. Happiness is moments in life that you acquire, achieve, get. They're just there. And the pursuit is mainly where you'll find the most joy. And I can think of a few examples for myself. Like, I've talked about this before, but when I was at the Brick Lounge, which was an entertainment venue, I went into business with some friends I invested in. And for me, for a very long time, being a man who used to be in a band, play clubs and all that stuff, I always wanted to open up an entertainment venue where people can come and be entertained. That includes, live music, comedy, all kinds of stuff, because for the longest time of my life, I like to entertain people. I like to see people having a good time, kind of get outside their world, whatever it is they're doing, their family, work, get out there, have a little fun. I've always loved that. So 3 years ago, I had the opportunity to invest in the business with my friend. He called me up and said, "Hey, would you be interested in donating, giving money to this investment?" And I pondered on it for a while. I thought about it. I didn't just say yes or no. I go, let me think about it. Because at my age, it's like I think about things. I don't just say yes. And you always have people tell you, like, well, take every opportunity that comes your way. I'm like, yeah, but you can also be wasting time. But then again, every opportunity, even if you are wasting time, could be a learning experience. So there is truth in that. So I invested in this business. And I always wanted to have an entertainment venue. Always. Every day. I didn't care if we made money. I just liked everything about it. I liked talking and booking people for the venue. I liked hanging out with the bands because I used to be in a band, so I know what it's like to gig out. I know what it's like to haul your fucking gear around for hours, wait for 5 hours to play a 45-minute set. Oh, I am really white. It's not just the light. Don't worry. In the summer, I'll be out in the sun. It'll be more yellow because I'll have some tan. Not much I can do about that thing. I can turn it off, and then you won't see me. I'll blend in. No, I know. Look, I look really white. I am white as shit, man. Like I'm a ghost. Even my lady the other day, we were walking, the sun was out, and she's like, "You're really white, babe. You're so white." I'm like, "Yeah, thank you." And so were you. No, I know I'm washed out a lot of the time in these videos, but um, can't afford good equipment at the moment. That's why I use the HDLR or HDLR. Uh, the Zyrtec is kicking in, and when I have to take allergy medicine, I feel like shit. So I don't like to take any medicine that alters my mood at all. And antihistamines fuck me up, so bear with me. Um, yeah, but I'm Eastern European descendant in America. We never saw the sun for centuries. Um, back to the lounge part. I every moment I was at that place, every day I got up and I didn't have to go to my actual job to get money, even though I wasn't making. See, it's not about money. That's the thing too. People think that the pursuit of happiness is obtaining a mass amount of money and wealth. I go, no, it's not. I spent money investing in that business, and all I did, I never made a fucking dime back, ever, ever. It was all out of my pocket, tons and tons of fucking money. But the thing was, I had the means at the time, and I saw it as an opportunity. But it didn't matter if I was making money. The fact that every day when I did go out there, I was willing to be there. I was willing to do what it took. I was willing to clean up. I was willing to make the calls. I was willing to book the clients. I was willing to talk to the bands. I was willing to do the bitch work and paint for a while. And then I became unwilling because it's still a business and you have to run it like it's a business. It's not just a dream where it's like you don't get your dream job and then all of a sudden you're just coasting around on cloud nine. No, you got to fucking, it's more work when you're actually doing your job. But if you love it and you're willing to, it doesn't feel like work. And the whole time I was at the Brick Lounge, it was never work for me in the sense of like, I sat in the moment and was like, God, this is it. This is exactly how it would be owning this place with your friends and just living the dream. This is living the dream. The pursuit got me to that happiness. And the whole time I was there, I was happy until I had to get out because it just became mentally overbearing and, not smart business decisions. And that's okay. It taught me so much about myself though. And I don't regret one fucking thing about that at all. It was such an experience. And if people ask you like, well, what do you want to do in your life, Matt? Don't you want more? I go, I've already lived my dream job. So everything else after this doesn't compare. And that's my happiness, though. That's my pursuit of happiness. Some people's pursuit is like, oh, they just want that big house, with a bunch of cars and garage and all the dumb toys. And I'm here to tell you, it's a waste. Those people are hollow because they got to keep working to obtain that with other people that just want that stuff. And it's very surface. There's no true relationships there. It's bullshit. There's no depth to relationships. It's all bullshit nonsense. Like, oh, I just got this. You got that too. Oh, that's a little exaggeration, of course, but hell, even in my own life, I could do it like with friends. Oh, you got a new car? Well, I got a new car. That whole never compare people's external successes to yours. You're going to be disappointed because there's always going to be somebody with more than you have. I mean, shit, even billionaires are probably competing against other billionaires and they're just puppets of the devil. So it's all good. My pursuit of happiness is whatever your things in life that bring you joy, I always suggest people pursue them because you know what they are. And it's something that you're willing to give your time, your energy, all your passion for. And it doesn't piss you off. You don't resent it. It's like you might resent going to your shit job because you're like, I hate this fucking job. Yeah, of course. I hate my job too, but I know I go there solely for the money, which sucks because, but it's a stepping stone to get me where I'm trying to go in my life to the next road of my own happiness, which I am on the pursuit of. Nothing's a nothing's a snap of the fingers. Nothing's as just comes to you like that, you know? So what are you willing to pursue? You have to have these honest conversations with yourself. Are you just willing to pursue money? And I'm here to tell you, if that's your answer, you're fucked. Then that means you don't know. I think you do know. You just aren't honest with yourself. Don't be willing to pursue money. If you love the things you love and work towards those, I guarantee they'll make you money some which way. It may not be the all the millions of dollars and all that stuff, but don't think those people are super happy. People with that kind of money, they have strings attached to that. You don't get seven-figure positions in life without some serious shit you have to do. It doesn't just happen unless you are one of the lucky people who won the lottery. And even those motherfuckers let it go to their head and blow through that shit because they live recklessly, stupid, and impulsively. So, what are you willing to give your energy to? And if you can think of some stuff, that's probably what you should pursue. Because I know for me, whenever I pursued anything that I wanted to, it never felt like work. It's because I genuinely want to, you know. A few years ago, I collect toys. Obviously, I'm a giant nerd. I have a giant action figure collection, right? And that brings me joy. That's my hobby. I like talking to people who like that shit too. And I made a couple of videos a few years ago for a toy show I go to just to help promote them, and not because they needed it. It's because I was willing to do it for a couple of reasons. One, I wanted to promote it. It helped improve my video editing skills, and I'm creative. So I made the video fun. It helped me expand on something I was doing at the time, which was my video editing. Now I do live streams and podcasting, but before I made a lot of actual videos with, cutaways. I have a lot of comedy in there, splits and all this shit. So what I did was, by servicing those people and just making a pro bono video for them because I wanted to, they loved it. It helped me meet new people. It got me to get into shows for free. So there was a benefit that I wasn't even seeking the benefit. I wasn't seeking to get free shit. I was just like, I want to do this because I want to. And that's the funny thing about when you do stuff willingly and you don't have an ulterior motive, like say money or you want something, shit will just fall into your lap that you do as a result of just being willing to do something honestly, without being like, I'm doing this because if I do it, you're going to do this for me, and the tit for tat type deal. I get into the toy show for free now. All the vendors know me, so I get great deals when I buy stuff because I do buy stuff. So there's pros for something that I was willing to do just by being me. And that's a byproduct of it. It wasn't even my intention. I'm like, I'm going to make this video so I can get free shit. It's like, no, I'm like, I can make this video because I like this stuff. It's something I love. And, it could be fun for me to do. And it helped me do something out of my norm so I can expand on my own craft, my own talent, and practice being better at what I was doing, which is video editing and just, throwing in creative ideas to videos. That's what I did. And as a byproduct, it got me some great connections with vendors. It got me great connections with people that if I need to reach out for something in that area, I know now. Because, it really is about who you know in this world. It's not about what you know. And the more you focus on the things that bring you a certain joy and you pursue those things, I guarantee great shit will come from that. Like, there's no doubt. You want to build fucking furniture, go build some fucking furniture. It's the pursuit of that. If that's what you're willing to put your time and energy into. If you want to make videos on the fucking internet, do it. Don't let people discourage you from doing the things you love because they go, that's stupid that you collect action figures. Why do you waste your money? I'm like, actually, that's not wasting money. Those are assets. Yeah, I have a lot of things that are worth more than I paid for. And at any given day, I can go to one of those things and sell them if I need money. See, money is not just this little paper thing, folks. It doesn't exist. It's currency, okay? It can be in so many. Money gets you the means to get what you need and what you want to do with it. You can take that money rather than just, and a lot of people do this, and I've been guilty of it too. This is what got me in so much fucking trouble when I was younger, which was all I cared about was money. All I cared about was getting money to, I want to buy a house. And then I got to focus on money to pay my bills. And I pay my bills. And after my bills are paid, maybe I can have some fun. And it set me down a whirlwind of just depression, anxiety, fucking alcoholism. It was great. No, it wasn't. It was fucking terrible. But you get what my point was. I was focusing on the wrong things for me. I wasn't listening to my true nature because I was discouraged by what people would think of me if I did do those things. I let other people ruin like what I wanted to do because I let other people's opinions of me dictate my life, which I'm here to tell you, don't ever do that. Doesn't matter what anyone thinks of you. I'm like, it's your life. You're the one who has to get up off the bed every day, go to work, do whatever you got to do, pay your bills, whatever the fuck. That's you. They don't have to worry about that shit. So, whatever your hobby is, whatever they do, whatever you like, if that seems to be you, who gives a shit if people are like, why do you collect action figures, you fag? Hey, yeah, man, do what you love. Oh, what's up, Nelly? Fuck yeah. And Nelly, there's a man who has talent. That man right there, Nelly, he is a hell of a photographer. He does videos too. He's fucking great. And I would recommend him, and I do, to anybody who needs photography because he's fucking awesome at it. And I don't just say that because I know him, because he's done a fine body of work. His work and him pursuing that, you're a good example, Nelly. Thank you. He's an example of a man who's just stuck with his shit, and now it's his life. And that's great. And I can't stress that enough for the people who actually listen to and follow what they want to do and are good at, and just do it, And like I said, I've learned from my own past experience about not listening and getting discouraged and going, well, I guess I should do this now so everybody likes me. And no, I don't. I don't do that anymore if anyone likes me. That's why I'm on the internet and I do videos like this, is because I just don't care. I like this. This is fun. The stuff I learn, the stuff I discover, the stuff I live in my daily life, it's just something that it energizes me in a way that I miss. And for a lot of years, I was not in the zone of that. And that's why it's the pursuit of happiness. And the pursuit is different for everybody. It's your own path in this world. It's your own life. It's the pursuit that you need to do to get you where you want to be. And then you have to ask yourself, even when you're there, what's next? Because it's never ending. That's the thing. There's no finish line. It's always a pursuit. Happiness moments, man. You work towards this goal to get to a point that you wanted. You got to the goal, and then there's another goal, and then there's another one, and it just keeps going. It keeps bouncing back to things. If your goal was to I don't know, fucking move over to a different town, and you did, and you finally got that. That's a goal. You obtained it. Then what? Then you got to move on to something else. It's a continual process, man. And that's why I always loved it as the pursuit of happiness, because you're constantly pursuing it. And I'm guilty of this. Like, I used to think it was like, well, if I just have all these things, A, B, and C, money, house, job, car, whatever, everything will be fine. No. No, it's not. Life still continues. Life still throws you curveballs, and life will kick you in the nuts. And it's, even if you get all that stuff, there's more to it than just that. I value friends, family, quality relationships today with people that have understanding. I don't like surface nonsense anymore with people, where it's just like, oh, let's talk about crap that I just don't care about. That's because I made decisions in my life to pursue the things that interest me and just pursue other people with those interests. It's really all it is. And surround yourself with people, not like-minded people, but it's more like people that, they just get it. You respect them, they respect you. Do what you want, I do what I want. Great. Encouragement, not discouragement. Because when you get, being discouraged by something you can do is a terrible thing to do to yourself. I've done it, because I've had the feeling sometimes it's like, Why am I making these videos? Now that because it was for the wrong reason. When I first started YouTube over 4 years ago, my intent was I was an angry dude who wanted to voice his opinion, and I saw people doing it and go, I could do that. And it was a prideful reason, and it was a lot of ego behind that. That's why my channel is called The Word of Yaga. It's the word of me. It's an ego-based thing. I'm not gonna lie. That's why it started that way. But I still wanted to do comedy and all that stuff. And if you go back and watch my early videos till now, it's all the same underlying tone. Like I'm the same dude. It's just been polished up over the years. And it's like the jokes are my comedy everything's consistent. If you really pay attention to the underlying stuff, I'm very consistent. Consistent? Yeah. Oh, this coffee's helping with the allergies. So, uh, what are you willing to pursue? That's what'll make you happy. Sometimes that's a pursue a relationship. That's a prime example. People will go head over. You ever get into a new relationship? When you first start dating somebody, and all of a sudden you're you're willing to do shit more. Like you're willing to clean up the house a little bit more. You're willing to, you clean up the face, shave it a little bit. And I've done this. Whenever I've dated somebody new, you've got that initial reaction to impress somebody. So you go the extra mile. You're gonna put on some better clothes. You're gonna put on, you're willing to do more shit than like sometimes with people you've been with for a long time, which I know, sad but true. But because you want to impress. So you're willing to put in that extra energy, that extra effort to go, I like this person. I want to show them that I like them. And I got to do a little bit more to grab their attention so we can see if we can move forward with this. And I've done it. We've all done it. If you haven't done it, then I don't know what you're doing. But we all do it. And then there's always that fear, and it's a common misconception like, well, after a while all that shit fades and then the reality sets in. I go, that's if you look at it that way. But if you're in a relationship where you are with somebody who supports you and you support them, and you can bring out the best and the worst, because let's be honest, they'll bring out the shit in you too, but they're also going to tap into those energies in you that nobody else can tap into, that allow you to grow and will give you that push that you need to get to those next goals in life. That relationship is worth investing energy and time in. And I've been in many relationships. I'm in one now, and I can honestly say, in the first time in my life, taps into parts of me that I thought weren't there anymore, but are there, and in a good way. And so it makes me more willing to do things for that person and less about me, selfish acts. There's a lot of relationships come from, you can't be selfish in a relationship. It's always about servicing the other person. I'm there for you, you're there for me. That's a little bit, I guess, tit for tat, but I guess everybody's different. I know men love to take care of their women. Good men. Good men like to take care of their women. Decent men do. And the shitheads, they'll whatever. But good men like to be like, if I'm going to give you my energy and time, I want to make sure you're okay. But that first time you like somebody, the things you're willing to do, all right? You get the car washed, you vacuum everything out, make sure everything's nice. There's no shit. You actually clean your fucking house. You don't like shit laying around, because if they come over, you're like, I don't know, I'm going to think I'm messy. It's amazing the amount of effort we put in to do that. But in reality, it doesn't matter, because if you end up with that person, you're both going to just drop the act. It's a little bit of an act in a way, but it's honest, because it shows you do care. And you can, when you want to, put in that extra effort. So what you give your energy to is what you should pursue your happiness to. So be careful with that, because I've given my energy to things that if I didn't listen to the inside, my core that told me like I should let it go and not bother, and I wasted time. But that's okay because it's not like a sense of wasting time. You learn from these things. It's all a growth in life that is so, even in the negative, there's something good that comes out of that stuff. I'm just more cautious today on what I do decide to give my energy to. Like if my same friend were to call me today, be like, I have a new business idea, I'd be like, good luck. And that's okay. Like I don't care. Uh, People go about their own way in life, and so do I. And if I find something that would cross my path that I would be interested in, and I go, man, I'd be willing to do that, and, I'd have the conversation with myself, whatever that is. And if it's worth my time, I will dedicate my time. If I think it's something that it's not worth it, eh, I just say no. It's okay to say no, folks. You don't have to say yes to everybody. Say no. It's the greatest shit in the world. I'm telling you. I used to say yes to everything. Oh, yeah, I'll do that. And then I'm fucking dying. I'm miserable, not thinking about taking care of myself first. Now I just say no. I'm like, no, I don't. Do you want to go do that? No, I don't. Would you be interested in? No, I wouldn't be. Thank you. I'm good. Oh, man. So, like now I pursue things that are important to me, like doing these live streams, which again, sorry, I was not here yesterday. It's because I thought my grandfather was coming over and he's going through some shit right now with, chemo and stuff. So it's kind of hard and he's getting old. So I'm like, all right, well, grandpa's coming over. That's more important than this. Turns out he didn't come over. So I was like, well, I already said I wasn't going to do it. So, and I said I was going to do it today. See, that's sticking with my word. See, I'm not going to renege and go back and be like, I guess I could do the stream now. It's like, all right, I already said no. We're going to switch it to tomorrow. I made that decision. So I'm going to stick with it, even though I was capable of doing it yesterday. But at the same time, my allergies were even worse yesterday. So it worked out for the better to do the stream today. See, even that little situation that seems like it's nothing, right? It's just, all you did was switch days. All you did was, turn it to today. What's the big deal, Matt? Like, it is. Oh, thank you. Yeah, he's going through, hope your Grams feels better. He's going through the treatments. It's hit or miss. Years ago, my mom went through chemo, and I don't think chemo is the best way to go about stuff in the medical world, but hey, get in. I'm not a doctor, but I'll tell you, I don't know about pumping poison into your body to fix things, but hey, their decision, I wouldn't do it. That's me though. If they're like, hey man, you got cancer, you want to do some chemo? I'll be like, no, I don't. Thank you. I'll just go. Thank you. But there's treatments. I'm like, nah. There's one thing you have in this world is you have control over kind of how control over you can go. And if that was my decision, I'd say no. No, thank you. But you don't want to be in misery those last years of your life with all the chemo and the sickness? I'm like, no, I don't. I'm good. But that's me. That's how I feel right now. God forbid if that ever happened, maybe I'll decide to, but whatever. It is what it is. He's 89. It's one of those things like when your grandparents get old and people get old and you get older and people just start dropping like flies. You just put into question your own mortality, which is something I did a while back. It's like I've accepted that one day I'm going to die. So it allows me to live today. I don't fear it. I don't, oh, am I going to be 90? Am I going to be hit? Whatever. I don't care. I don't know. So I just go, I don't know. Right now, I'm going to live, and living's fun. I like it. There's a lot of good things. Got a cute little 2-year-old nephew who's a maniac, but you know what? He's fun. He gives me a little nux, and he likes the Super Mario Brothers. So I guess we're going to be just fine. So time and energy, man. What are you willing to give your time and energy to? And it sucks because when people do get families, you have to worry about your family and then work and try to balance life. And in this day and age, it seems hard, like harder, but yet easier. And I think that has a lot to do with how cushiony we are in society. Like we just go to the grocery store, get our food. We don't have to hunt it. We don't have to really grow our own food. I mean, unless you're on a farm. I mean, that's great to be self-sustaining. See, that's my goal one day is I'm going to get a piece of land with a chicken coop and some animals and all that stuff, have some eggs, and just be there. Because I feel like today that's more me. Yeah, I've been on all different kinds of lifestyles. I've lived, a business lifestyle, a rock star lifestyle, an alcoholic lifestyle. I'm, sober, all kinds of different lifestyles. And I can tell you, the best I feel today is when I'm in nature, like just the calming sounds of some, being outside. But I'm not like, let's go climb up the mountain. I'm like, nah, I'm good. No, no, thank you. But when it comes to just like being at peace out in the world, nature, man, I love it. Like in a couple weeks, I'm going to be going back to Galena with the lady to see her grandparents because they're getting old too. And I told her, I'm like, you spend as much time with them as you can. And they have a wonderful place out there, and it's just so fucking quiet. It's so peaceful. And when you're in that world of peace and serenity, it's like you feel great. Like I don't I've never understood how people can live in a city and not blow their fucking brains out. I just don't get it. Like how can you live in a city when you are just constantly never at peace? I don't know. People do it though, and they're alive, but are they alive? I don't know. When I come back from that weekend, I feel like I can go to work and I'm in a better mood. I can deal with everything, everyday life. I can go out in public and deal with people when I come back from a nice weekend away in Galena, Illinois, which is a wonderful, quiet little town on the west side of Illinois. And let me tell you, man, it's great. So I'm going to pursue that. My pursuit will be get a piece of land and have myself some animals and chickens be self-sustaining one day. That's definitely, see, that sounds like me today. And then everything else like that, because they're like, well, what are you gonna do for jobs? What are you gonna do, man? I'm like, I've already done it. I've lived my dream job. I got the opportunity to do it. Well, don't you want to do it again? Don't you want to like try it again with somebody? Like, no, because I know exactly how it would feel doing it because I did it. What else is there to do? It's not going to be any different the next time around. It might be a different place with different people running it with different stuff, but it's the same feeling. It's the same type of feeling I would get at a different venue than I did at my own. Same thing. I've already lived it. It's fine. I know what it would feel like, and I felt it, and it was amazing, and I savored each moment, and now that's a memory. All I got right now is today, right now at this exact moment, right now on the live stream, 5 viewers. I know this is a record. Hell, hey, and you see this though? I tell you, when I first started doing these streams, nobody was watching. It's just me talking to myself for half hour, an hour, which I do anyway, which is fine. I do it in my podcast. I don't care. My intent was not to when I started these live streams was because I found I just wanted to talk about stuff. And I love talking to people. I genuinely like to talk to people and hear their shit. I do. It's crazy. And there was a time in my life I never used to say anything, which sounds weird. People who know me today are like, you're always talking. You're always saying shit. How could you have never? I'm like, I was such a shy kid growing up. Are you kidding me? I was a shy, fat little dude with glasses. And I was so scared when I was a kid that I didn't go by anybody. And I didn't really even come into my own like confidence thing until late high school. And even then, it was all like fucking, it was all too overwhelming for me at the time. It was a change. I could use a different perspective on something. Shoot. I'm all about different perspectives. See, that's one of the greatest gifts I've learned in life is trying to find a different perspective other than your own. And the way I saw the world like 5 years ago compared to today, vastly different. The same place. And the funny story about Galena is, I'll tell it real quick, and I say this a lot. Yeah, hit me up later then. When I first went to Galena back in 2012, I was with an ex-girlfriend and it was her idea to go. And I looked up the town, and at the time I was younger and just was like, well, there's nothing to do in the town. This is boring. And we went there, and there's like it's like one main road in the downtown area. The rest of it's like farmland and cliffs. And there's Ulysses S. Grant House out there. So if you ever want to go visit it, you can. So I mean, there's history there too. But when I went, there wasn't anything that Matt wanted to do. Matt wanted all this other shit, and Matt just saw the sound of the town is stupid. And I was bitching the whole time I was there with her. I was like, "That's fucking dumb. What the fuck are we doing here? Fuck yeah." She's like, "Can we stay the night? I just want to spend time with you." I was like, "Fuck that. We're driving home." So I drove the 2.5 hours back. I was such an asshole. Fast forward like 7 years later, I go to that town now, and because I've worked on my own shit, I see the town in a different light. I go, man, this is what a nice strip. This it's a nice area. Look at that. God, the cliffs are beautiful when we're driving through here. I was like, yeah, that's so quiet. It's like, look at that field. Like there's cows in the field. Like my perception changed over time because I had to look at the problem in my life, which was me. Uh, Not a single night I slept without an ambulance or fire truck passing by. Oh, in the city? Gee, fuck. How can you be at peace with that kind of stuff? You know, how can you be at peace with constant noise and distraction? I mean, you can if you're disciplined enough to work on shit. Like maybe you can be into meditation or something like that. And there's all different forms of meditation. It's not just sitting in the lotus position, you know, humming to yourself for a couple hours. There's a lot of different forms, and it's as simple as just breathing. At least where I lived. Yeah, cities are crazy, man. But out in this country, when my perception changed in the course of 5 years, that when I went out to Galena after a period of time, I just saw it for what it was, a beautiful piece of land that was quiet, serene. The people there were nice. There's some good shops to go to. There's good history there, even American history with the Ulysses S. Grant House. I mean, there's things to do. There's stuff to know. I was so driven by my own ego at the time when I first went, and I was such an asshole that when I look back on that behavior, I go, God. See, I can only compare myself to who I am throughout my life. I don't compare myself to other people anymore. I stopped doing that shit. It doesn't work because what other people have, they're not going to be me. And I can't think that other person's going to be me, and they are not going to be me either. So it's like you have to accept people for as they are. Then you can like them. You can get along. Yeah, sirens. Who wants all that shit in the city? See, and people will argue like, well, the city's such a great place. I'm like, it's also the first place to go if the apocalypse ever happens, you fucking crazy people. I was like, good luck getting out of there. I was like, I can go out to the country and have a piece of land and be pretty secluded and protected just from nature by itself. You know, some intruders of that, but I'm armed. It's okay. So I don't know. The pursuit of happiness, man. And what's my pursuit today? I don't know. Honestly, I just do what I do because I want to. I do this stuff because I want to. I find this, and you know, a few years back, if somebody was like, "Are you going to be doing live streams?" No, I never would have thought I did because I was too perfectionistic when it came to making videos that I needed to edit and I needed to have my jokes there and I needed to just have everything perfect. And I have let go of perfection. So it is what it is. But I'll call her back. She's on an early lunch. Lady's calling me. Um, I let go of perfection, man. And when I let go of perfection, man, everything just kind of falls into place. You know, when I stop trying to do it my way because I think I know and I ask other people for help, again, it goes way back to the beginning of the stream where I was talking about when you're willing to do stuff just because, like, make videos and do good shit for other people. If you're willing to do shit for others, real good shit happens in your life. When you get outside your world and what you want, and you get into the world of what other people need, man, you do that, and the shit you want kind of comes back at you also, but you're more grateful for it, you know? Like, uh, I don't know how to describe it unless you live it, you know? And I've lived it, so I just know it's possible. And that's, again, like I always say, be honest with yourself, try to keep an open mind and have a willingness to do things. And sky's the limit for most people. The only person that's going to stop you from getting there is you. And I get it. Some people are like, well, I have an idea and I wish I needed some money to start it up or this or that. And I go, yeah, I know, man, but there's a way. What is the way? I don't know. But it's not being discouraged by what other people think. It's not uh, living your life based on how other people view you. It's about listening to that inside you and actually genuinely following your instincts, because they will lead you in the right direction if you listen to them. And they're blocked by a bunch of noise and nonsense today. By like, don't you want to be this way? I'm like, nope. It's actually quite like, we live in an opposite world. Like everything you see in advertisement, movies, everything. It's really the opposite way to live that feels complete. I mean, I think for a lot of years it was, it was pretty consistent until just like recently when you've got whatever nonsense. I unplugged from what's going on in the world and society. And I'm like, I'm just gonna, I'm good. But all right, I gotta wrap this up, guys. But thank you all for viewing. I'll be back. We're gonna go back to Wednesday, or unless Thursday works, I don't care. Whoever, this is the most people on and ever. So if we want to, we can do Thursday. If not, I'll do one. I'll be back Wednesday, and it'll be at 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And the topic for then, I don't know. I had it written down, but it fucking changes every time. Oh, I don't know. We'll figure it out. It'll be in the title of the live stream come next week. If you guys like this, please give me a thumbs up and share. And I will see you guys all next week. Have a great weekend. Don't take yourself too seriously. See you, aerospace.